Yo, what up, y'all? Thank y'all so much for dropping by, man. I'm just about to dive right in. So, I've been seeing all these news and articles in the gaming industry, the gaming media, and all of the gamers talk about, Oblivion, man, how this is one of the biggest bangers to come out, man, this year as a remaster. Now, we already know Elder Scrolls is one of the biggest AAA bangers out there. Like, we already know that it don't even take much for this game to catch a wave. Once somebody even hear the name, it's going to sell and people are going to dive in it. Even I got back into RPGs because of this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even a big RPG fan until Xbox had purchased Bethesda because they just started cramming everything inside of Game Pass. So now you get everything day one, that's why it didn't make sense for them to go out and buy Call of Duty like right now, like urgently. But I do get that they wanted to compete at a very high level, which leads to this. Being that Xbox Game Pass PC is competing at such a high level, we have been getting bangers after bangers after bangers. I mean, we done got Hellblade 2 for crying out loud, drop day one, Indiana Jones, now Oblivion, over 4 million players already. That's insane. That's crazy. Those are crazy numbers. Shadow dropped, just drop it like it's hot. And it gets 4 million and it gets 4 million players. That is insane, man. Like, I'm trying to figure out, where is the gaming media to question Sony about their remaster in Days Gone? Like, we know what Xbox have been doing. We know the vision that Xbox is going. We know they have a roadmap for Game Pass. So many more games coming down the pipeline. The only game we're really seeing from Sony right now is like Ghost of Yotei, and what I have been seeing pop up like on my timeline is Days Gone Remastered. The reason why I keep coming back to the remaster, because we already know Sony PlayStation is the remake station, the remaster station, that ray tracing station remaking. Okay, that's all they do. You know what I'm saying? Save money, penny pinching, breadcrumbing their fan base. Sony have been greedy, grimy, scamming and scheming so long now till they're all out of plans. They don't have no backup plan. Their plan is to sell you rewrapped remasters and remakes over and over again to budget for and save up for the AAA bangers like Spider-Man, Wolverine, God of War, and another Last of Us that just dropped. They dropped a part 1 remake and now they dropped Days Gone remaster. It's just crazy. It's like the remake station. So we already knew they were going to start advertising Oblivion on PlayStation, on the PS5. And I'm like, wait, time out. Let me clear my throat. Why in the world are you promoting a Xbox Studio game and not? Why is the gaming industry and the gaming media? I know the fans, gamers, okay, cool. We understand that. But it seems like they're promoting all of Xbox game studios above PlayStation game studios like Days Gone. And haven't Days Gone already sold around between 7 to 8 million copies? Now, they probably sold like 500 to a million by now with the remaster or whatever. I don't know. I haven't really seen no numbers. Sony don't really release their numbers. It can be higher. It can be 1 million to 2 million, 3 million. We don't know. I haven't really seen any numbers on the Days Gone remaster or whatever they want to call it, re-release. It looks like a re-release. It don't look like a remaster from the images and from I seen gamers and people dissecting the game and doing deep dives and comparing like even the PS4 and the PS5. They're like, I don't see anything really changed but the lighting. The graphic, it's no graphic enhancements like they do with The Last of Us, like Naughty Dog. Now, Naughty Dog can show that they remade The Last of Us, but why Days Gone can't show us like a remake, a remaster or whatever, like that they improved it? Is the studio out of business? Are they broke? Are they trying to get up some money? You know what I'm saying? Are they trying to get a bailout? Are they trying to get a cash loan from Sony or something so they can make a part 2? Are they trying to build the studio back up so they can make a part whatever, 2, 3, 4, whatever? Are they trying to get this franchise off the ground again? We need answers. Because how can you can clearly see what everybody have been asking Sony to do was to do what Oblivion did. Go back into, the PS3 generation, pull PS2, PS1, pull those games up and remake and remaster those games. They don't want to drop those into Unreal Engine 5. I don't know why. They only want to go back to last gen, PS4, right? And polish those games up and remaster and remake those and just polish them up, put some lipstick on it, rewrap it, and ship it out to the fan base. And it's like, bro, you are selling us the same exact thing over and over. Like, how can they get away with that? That's like double dipping at its finest, at the 10th power. Cash grabbing, double dipping, and then shipping. That's all Sony doing. Like, they are manipulating their own fan base because of the hype and the name that Sony got. The PlayStation name that they have is so big, it's ridiculous. The fanboys are eating it up. The gaming media, the outlets, that's all they talk about. It's like y'all are reselling $70 and now they're going to bump it up to like $110 on some of these games. If they do like a re-release, remasters or remakes or whatever. It's insane, bro. Why aren't the gaming industry and the gaming media talking about Days Gone, but they're talking about Oblivion, an Xbox game, and then they're trying to take Doom. It's like PS5. That's all I see is PS5 all over it. It's like, okay, why aren't y'all promoting Days Gone like that? Why aren't y'all comparing the two? Why aren't y'all comparing the remake and remaster graphics from Oblivion to Days Gone? That's what I want to see. I don't want to see, Days Gone being compared with PS4, PS5, and you're calling it a remaster, and we can clearly see that it's not. We can clearly see you didn't do anything to the game but change the lighting. It was just a re-release. Like, we was like, man, we don't even see no difference. Like, you should see the best graphics enhancements or ray tracing, resolution, frame rate should be crazy. The graphic enhancements on her face should look way more realistic. It should look like a remake. It really should. But we know they didn't really do no deep diving into that game. They just threw a filter on it and called it a day and said it was a remaster. Like, really? You put a filter on a game? That's crazy. That's nasty work, Sony. That's nasty work, man. And then you got all these fanboys, ponies, gaming media outlets hollering about Oblivion on PS5, Doom on PS5. That's all I keep seeing down my timeline. I'm like, wait, time out. This needs to be talked about. This needs to be talked about. We got to get to the bottom of this. Why are they claiming Doom and Oblivion and now even Indiana Jones as their own? And now finna be claiming Forza and her Forza, Halo, and Gears. They're gonna be claiming all of Xbox Game Studios, but not claiming PlayStation. I'm just saying it. I get it if the gaming, the gamers, the gaming industry, and the fanboys are playing the game. They're hyping the game up. I get that part. But why is the game? It seems like the gaming media is pushing more for Xbox games to be on PlayStation instead of both ways. Like, why haven't Days Gone been released on the PC Game Pass yet? Like, they're sending it to Steam, but they're not sending the remakes and the remasters to PC Game Pass. I guess they feel like that's too much of their competitor. And that's why I say I don't understand if Game Pass is creeping up on 50 million, or it's probably already done hit 50 million subscribers due to Call of Duty, all these day one AAA bangers. Now Sony's probably looking at the side eye like, wow, we really can't see the Game Pass value. Should we start hyping up PlayStation Plus and start doing day and date on PlayStation Plus and just get rid of the whole $70 price tag? Because we see everything is going digital anyways. Like, it's kind of like that old school strategy that they're using is holding them back. They still think it's the 90s and the early 2000s, selling hard copies, selling console only, selling hard copy games and consoles and the PS5, and then you keep doing all these markups and jacking up prices, and there's nothing to justify why you keep raising these prices, and you're doing remakes that's not even a remake. It's just you just added a filter and then you shipped it out to the fan base. It's like you're trying to manipulate the audience to think that they're getting something. And you're going to have people that buy it. You're going to have people that are like, nah, bro, I don't see nothing wrong unless they don't own a PS4. Now, if you only own a PS5 Pro, okay, by all means, go copy. But if you own a PS4, you got the same game, bro. You ain't missing nothing on Days Gone, bro. This is a cash grab, clearly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the studio need the money, cool. If they want to make a part 2 and part 3, if they need the bag to do that, I guess I can see why they re-released the remaster. We haven't heard an announcement on a part 2 of Days Gone yet. But why are they hyping up Oblivion so hard over the 4 million plus, probably at 5 million, 6 million by now? However many people have dove into this game, especially day one in the Game Pass, but they're not hyping up Days Gone. This is you sold 70 million plus, probably 75, 80 million consoles, and you have a remaster out there to compete with Oblivion. Shouldn't you have the same amount of sales been announced for Days Gone and hyping that up with PS5? Why is the gaming media and the gaming industry hyping up an Xbox studio but putting a PlayStation logo on it like it's PlayStation game? That's the problem that I got with it. It's like, okay, y'all ain't even putting Game Pass all over it. Xbox, PC Game Pass. It's more PS5 Pro. I'm like, bro, we know y'all ain't got no games, bro. We know PS5 ain't got no games. Stop trying to hype up Xbox Studios. I'm seeing the greediness and the griminess that Sony is doing. It's like we see it, the Xbox community see it, PC, Nintendo, everybody can see it, but Sony fanboys. It's like nobody, they can't see nothing. They're blind to everything that Sony is doing. Now, some of them, I can't wait. I take that back. Some of them did admit now that it's been too long that they ain't had no games, and it's been going on with like the third, how many years? How long they've been waiting on Wolverine? How long are they gonna be waiting on another Venom or X-Men or whatever, Spider-Man? They keep re-wrapping the same games over and over. People are getting bored. It's like a burnout. Like I heard somebody else say, it's oversaturated. They're getting burnt out with the same games. You know what I'm saying? You ain't being innovative. Isn't that what they used to always say? That be innovative. Let's make new things. Let's do this. Let's do that with PlayStation. But no, they want the VR and the Portal and the PS5 to lock you down to hardware and keep remaking the same software, remastering it. Like that's their strategy, and live off of remakes, indies, remasters, remake station. You know what I'm saying? And third-party games. They don't even want to produce their own games anymore. Sony have become so lazy, cocky, and arrogant and greedy. Like they keep jacking the price up on everything, on a console, their subscription services, their games. Like they are milking the PlayStation for everything it's got. PlayStation is being milked to the bone, and you can only do that for so long, man. But this right here is a warning, man. Watch out for these greedy, grimy, shady companies like Sony.